Yes.
Okay.
We
So I
will
didn't want to drop the ball and say something I'm not supposed to say.
Yep, he's saying see you next week. Okay, so here is the main part of the square. Library straight ahead. I'm going to try really hard not to make anybody motion sick because I totally did that to myself the first time. Coming down the 7th grade wing. I'm going to do this because I think that you guys are probably a little more nervous than the 8th graders. Here we have an AIS room. I think Mr. C is probably going to be in there. There's Mr. C working at his desk. Here's the kitchen for facts. And then we turn the corner. Well, hey, Mrs. Taylor,
Why,
Senorita
hello.
Taylor.
Hi, everybody.
See, everyone is so excited to meet you. Turning down 7th grade wing. So this is it, 7th grade wing. There's a girls' bathroom right here on the side. Here's a special ed room. This is Mr. Jock's room, I think. There's Mr. Jock. He's doing a class. And then we get into the team classes. So here's Mrs. Goodrich's door. And isn't it so much nicer without all the stuff in the hallway? You can just see so much more. So right here, I'm going to point them out from here. Okay, right there, Mr. Corigliano's room. Right past it, Mrs. Frome's room. Right here, art room. Right here, math twins, right there. So this is mostly team 2. And then past the doors is mostly team 1. I have to back it up so you guys can hear Mr. Corigliano.
So you got caught up a little bit. If you need to get
Can you
caught up
hear
a little more,
Mr.
just send me
Corigliano?
an email or let me know before you leave, and I can invite you to that 8th period.
Where is he? Oh, there he is.
If you feel like
There
you're
he
good,
is.
if you feel like you're all set,
You can hear him at wherever you are. I just like to wreck on him. So, continuing down 7th grade wing into team 1 territory. So we already passed the other math twin. Here's Mrs. Theobald's door. She's all decorated for you. And coming up on Mrs. Pratty and Mr. Caffarella's rooms, English and social studies, and a dolly. Apparently somebody's moving something heavy. Oh, there's Mr. Kingsley. He is the one who left the dolly there. Sorry, I'm taking a tour for the kids.
Oh.
They're
What,
very
the
excited.
16th?
For what?
The 16th time around?
Yeah. The lights are on this time, and there's no stuff in the hallways. There's boys' bathroom. And here's music room with Miss Rabadoo. It is so fun to see people in the building again, and we can't wait to have you here. Draper's room, band room. He is still going to be remote though, so you guys might have to wait a while to see his face. Here we're coming up on some special ed doors. Mrs. McClear, Mrs. Reyes. So we didn't do the advisory thing this year, but you might have these guys if you have study hall or resource. Hopefully we'll bring back advisory next year. Here is 7th grade tech. Mr. Reed is in there. Some of you might have him. If you don't have him, don't worry. That's only a half-year course. So if you don't have him this half of the year, you'll have him the second half of the year for 7th graders. Madame Donahue and Senorita Taylor, who we just saw in the hallway. Here is tech room, Mr. Robert. And then we're wandering into 8th grade territory. This right here is Mrs. Deshay's room. She is math teacher on team 4. So team 4 and team 3 are not split out the way teams 1 and 2 are. And I'm not sure why, but it doesn't matter because it's just a small square. You won't get lost. Girls' bathroom. Mrs. Jagger's room is up here on the left. Mrs. Healthy Hayes is right here on the corner. And then we continue on. Health is only half year, just like tech. So if you only have health, you're not going to have tech. If you only have tech, you're not going to have health yet. And then they swap in January. So here's History Hayes' room. She's on Team 3, as well as Mrs. Emerson. She's the math teacher on Team 3. Mr. Booth is a resource teacher in there with Mrs. Pollard. She's fabulous. She's going to help us in the morning. And here is a math AIS room. So if you need a little bit of math lab, you might have Mrs. Perry if you don't have Mr. C. Miss Charleston's room. I think she's in there teaching. I can hear her voice. She is English teacher on Team 4. And then we have Mrs. Charlo, and she is AIS reading teacher. Mr. Sauve, one of my favorites, who we just saw. This is his room, and he's science on Team 3. Actually, he has a section of Team 4 too, so Mr. Sauve is just kind of all over the place. Then we have Native Studies room with Mrs. Jacko. Well, she is in there. She's just really quiet. She's back there hiding. Boys' bathroom. Senorita Taylor again.
See, it's just a circle. You just go around and around. That's all.
That's what I tell them. You can't get lost. Just keep going.
Keep going around and around. That's it.
Mrs. Lang's room. She is a reading teacher. So if you don't have Mrs. Charlo, you might have Mrs. Lang. And then we have Mr. Zaza's room and Mrs. McGowan's room. They are English on Team 3 and Social on Team 4. So 3 and 4 is kind of intermingled, but you might have study halls out here. Now we're back around to Mrs. Travis's room. She's a special ed teacher, as well as, you know what? I don't even know if anyone's in this room. This might be an empty room. Let's see. Is this the testing room? I don't know. It's set up. We'll have to find out. I'll get back to you on that one. I don't know. And Mrs. Hull, and she is science on Team 4. And then we're right back to where we started with our beautiful artwork in the library and somebody hiding. And back to where we came from. If you wander and you get lost, just come back here to the main office and we will totally help you and figure out where you need to be. Oh, I didn't do the short end. The gym is straight ahead. You guys already got that stuff. I will take you, actually. I will take you to the cafeteria because things are different. Thanks to social distancing, see where the arrows are? That's where you guys are like gonna have to stand while we're waiting to get lunch and stuff. The yellow X's mean nobody should walk there, which is of course where I always walk because I can't help myself. But I'm gonna show you the cafeteria. So some of you are gonna eat in classrooms and some of you are gonna eat in the cafeteria, and this is what it looks like. We're going to try very hard not to have too many people in here, and while you're eating, you don't have to have your mask on, but when you are not eating, you will have to put it back on. So that, see, these are our arrows to be able to go get food. You don't have to worry about changing for PE anymore. That's not going to happen. And there's a water machine down there. All right, guys. Oh, I probably should not have done that. Hopefully nobody is sick now. So there is a quick tour of the building, again, in a slightly different manner. I cannot wait to see you guys. I hope y'all are doing well and staying safe. And I will see you next week.